All right, today we're jumping into something really cool from a yoga teacher training manual, specifically Chapter 3. We're going to break down two ideas that, most of us have probably heard of. But the way this manual frames them is as the absolute foundation of a solid practice, integration and sun salutations. I was really struck by this, so let's get into what makes them so essential.
So think about it for a second. We've all been there. Your day is just packed with emails, deadlines, that mental to-do list that never seems to end. So how do you step onto your mat, or really into any kind of focused space, and just leave all that buzzing chaos behind? That's the exact problem we're going to tackle.
And the solution starts with what the manual basically calls the art of arriving. It's this idea that shifting from the world out there to the space in here should be a conscious, deliberate choice. Not just something you hope happens by accident. This is a huge theme in these teaching manuals. It's not about jumping straight into the most complicated poses. It's all about the how. How do you actually begin? How do you set the tone for everything that's about to happen? That very first mindful moment, well, it changes everything. And that brings us right to our first key term, pulled straight from the training curriculum, integration. Now, this isn't just some fluffy buzzword, it's a critical technique. And the manual makes it super clear that this is one of the very first things a new teacher has to get down.
So here's the bottom line. Integration is the bridge. It's that set of tools, maybe it's focused breathing, maybe it's some gentle movement, that guides you from your hectic everyday world into your focused internal world. It's how you signal to your brain and your body, okay, we're here now, time to tune in.
And this comparison just lays it all out so perfectly. Without that intentional arrival, a practice can feel totally abrupt and scattered, right? Like you're just kind of going through the motions. But with integration, the whole experience becomes mindful. You feel grounded, you feel present. This shows you exactly why it's taught as the fundamental first step. Okay, so let's move on to the second pillar and see how this all builds. If integration is the bridge that gets you present on your mat, then sun salutations, well, that's the engine that really gets the practice moving. Yep, this is that classic, rhythmic sequence that you'll find at the heart of so many yoga classes. For someone training to be a teacher, mastering this isn't just about learning the poses. It's about learning the actual language of flow. Now, the training manual talks about learning all the detailed Sanskrit pose names, and look, I get it. That can sound pretty intimidating. But the real power here is totally universal. It doesn't matter if you call it Urdhva Hastasana or Upward Salute. The magic is in the flow itself, not just the vocabulary. So what's the secret sauce? What makes this sequence so foundational? Well, it's this amazing mix of a few key things. It literally forces you to link your breath to your movement. One inhale, one action. One exhale, another. That builds incredible focus. At the same time, you're building internal heat, warming up the body safely. And what you get is a true moving meditation that gets you ready for whatever comes next. Okay, so how do these two powerful ideas, integration and sun salutations, actually work together? This is where it all really clicks and where a simple set of movements transforms into a really profound practice. So try to think of the sequence not as individual poses, but as a rhythm, like a cycle. You start grounded, then you reach up, you fold inward, you move through that powerful heart of the flow, and then you return right back to where you started, ready to go again. It's like a complete story told through movement. And that is the ultimate point. Integration gets your mind in the room. Sun salutations get your body and your breath synced up. And when you put them together, you're not just doing poses anymore. You're creating this seamless, mindful experience from the ground up. So, if we boil it all down, it's really this simple. Integration is the bridge you cross to get present. Sun salutations are the engine that drives the flow. And when you put them together, you create this unshakable foundation. Doesn't matter if you're a student or a teacher in training. And I'll just leave you with this one thought. The principles we just pulled from this training manual, they're not just for a 60-minute class. They create a little sequence you can use anytime. So, what if taking just 5 minutes to integrate and to flow could completely reset the course of your entire day?